Brother?
Does he just say your name sometimes?
Yes.
And you get infuriated.
Yeah. I tried to make him upset to better him.
He's trying to get you to move out. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Let's be
I want
honest.
your room
here.
back.
Yeah. You miss his room
joking.
being empty.
I'm joking.
No, you're not.
No, I filled it up with my gaming.
Yeah, less than a week after I moved out last,
He missed you.
So,
a lot.
okay.
they filled it with workout equipment, and it became Leighton's office.
Here's my argument. Would it be any better if I waited 2 weeks, 3 weeks? It's the same thing. You knew eventually we're not just gonna have a blank room in the house.
I just got divorced from my wife. Would it have made it any better if, I waited like more than a day to
cheat
hook up
on
with some
her?
other chick? Like, like,
I
was I
mean-
supposed to wait like a year or something? No, the next day.
Okay,
Right.
what would have
This
been...
guy.
This actually gets into a bigger discussion.
Okay.
This is very important. I'm glad we brought this up. Can I
I'm glad we brought
can
this
I
up.
ask you something?
Please. Yeah.
How long do you hold on to mail that you get in the mail? That's like a Christmas card, a birthday card,
Oh.
wedding invitation. How long do you hold on to that stuff?
Depends.
Wait, it depends what it's. If it's like the birthday cards, kind of something, that's one thing. If you're talking about a wedding invitation, that's
different. Yeah.
very different.
Wedding
Okay.
announcement, even if you're not invited.
Wedding announcement, I'm immediately in the trash.
Okay. So it depends on
I
the
hang
type
on
of
to
card.
birthday cards.
I do too. I actually have a box that has birthday cards from a long time ago.
I keep them for a week or two, or like years, because they're just in my room somewhere. And I'm like,
have started throwing them out immediately.
I mean,
Well,
Don't
remind
buy
me
a
when it's
birthday
your
card.
birthday to not get you anything.
yeah.
I'm
I'll
gonna
enjoy
get you
it.
a birthday card.
For my birthday, and then it's like the day after, throw it out.
Especially from like my grandparents. I keep those. I've got like all of them from my grandparents.
That's true,
I've-
especially when
yeah.
your grandparents pass. It's kind of nice
Yeah.
to have
I've
it.
started keeping on to some of those, but if it's from people that I
Don't care
statistically,
about?
yeah, statistically are going to
us.
live
Yeah.
a little longer.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Statistically, gonna live a little longer.
Can I hit you with a thought
I got a
after that?
yeah. Me and Leighton got in a fight,
Yeah.
and my knuckles are all
And
bloody, and I won.
no,
So-
like,
Yeah, look at Leighton. Doesn't Leighton look very beat up right now?
You should see his lower half.
He has a lower half.
Schmev
Yeah.
and Leighton got into
They've
a
never
fight,
seen my lower.
and Evan won.
Yeah.
Wait,
He
what?
came in and destroyed it all. What's your thought?
I don't know what's happening.
Every C in Pacific Ocean is pronounced differently.
That is true. More proof why the English language is garbo.
Ocean.
That right there.
Yes.
Also, ocean. The word ocean
Pacifist.
is stupid.
Oh,
Pacific.
Sound it
Do
out.
tell.
shin.
How do you spell ocean? Sound it out.
Ocean.
Here's what I would do personally. O-S-H-I-N. O shin.
Or you grow
Ocean.
up hearing ocean, T-I-O-N, which already doesn't make a lick of sense. But then you're like, Ocean. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's infuriating when you're told to look something up when you don't know how to spell it.
My guy right
No,
there.
it's infuriating to
Thank
try to
goodness.
look up a word when you don't know how to spell it. I hated hearing that. Like, just sound it out or go find it in
That's
the
crap.
dictionary. It's like, okay, I understand that, before the internet and whatnot, you actually did have to go to the dictionary, which is just cruel in its own sense. But it's like,
Wow.
I don't know how, like, I asked you because I don't know how to sound it out. Oh, sound it out. Thanks.
you
I
know
never
what's
thought of
crazy?
that.
Just be good at spelling, brother.
You know what's crazy? If you want to get someone's number, you go through the yellow pages. Why are they yellow? I don't know. But what happens if they change their number? You got to wait like 5 years for to get get a new one. And
I know
get it
people that
updated.
still do that.
That got brought up, and I've started watching Friends, and they keep saying this phrase. Oh, I'm in the book.
Yeah.
I was like,
Back
I
in
didn't
the
get
90s.
it. I didn't
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
first.
Yeah.
Time travel back to the 90s.
It's you know what else is really awkward on that show?
the people.
Well, that and the little cut scenes that have the twin towers in it.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't age well.
They did not know.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, they.
Well, okay, to
they
be
didn't
fair,
know.
that was
They didn't know.
like,
How would have they known?
well, it's
don't
not
know.
like they
That would have
were.
been
Just
impressive.
be the Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I was gonna say it's not like that was a symbol towards 9/11 or anything. They're just like, oh yeah, this big
Yeah, at the time.
thing. It's
It
the
was
World Trade Center.
It was a foreshadow.
Yeah, Friends was foreshadowing that. Yeah,
They did not.
Yeah, rest in peace,
There's
Matthew
your-
Perry, after he caused 9/11.
Have
Yeah.
y'all seen some of the things?
Is that our new conspiracy theory, Preston?
All right,
Oh.
that's our one 9/11 joke we're allowed to make. Next.
Oh,
Have
we
y'all
get a full
seen
one.
The things that Simpsons have like.
Oh
predicted?
yeah.
Oh yeah, they have like a full list of it. I think Family Guy too, but mainly The Simpsons.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I don't know
How?
how.
I think they're in on it.
Let me hold on.
Just like
Yeah,
look,
look
all
up
the
how
things
many
they
different
predicted.
things The Simpsons. What the heck? The Simpsons predicted. The Simpsons. I don't think they
There's
really
at
did
least
anything.
10 things that are.
Are the
big.
Simpsons magicians? Let's see here.
Well, you need to ask a better question. They're clearly not Houdini.
He died.
Also, I was joking. You didn't actually have to type in some different, but
Are the Simpsons time travel?
Are they?
are they time travel? Not time travelers. Are they time travel? Presley, what do you think?
Siegfried? How do you?
San
got it.
Francisco?
Sigmund Freud?
Oh.
What do you? Siegfried.
Siegfried and Roy Tiger attack in '93, the Ebola outbreak in 2014, and the FIFA corruption
FIFA.
scandal in 2014.
Okay.
They predicted a lot more than that.
What happened to Ebola?
It just
stopped
kind of
spreading.
stayed in Africa.
Apricot?
And apricots?
Africa. I
You
think
know
there was
those
one or two
those dang
cases here.
apricots with their Ebola.
Dude, they were talking like it was literally going to wipe us all out.
Yeah. I remember when that was talked about.
I thought we were all going to die.
Which is why I didn't take COVID seriously at first.
Yeah, same.
Because
Well,
I've heard
I
that before.
still don't.
It's,
Well, it was a little more serious for the whole world than Ebola.
Yeah.
Ebola was like one country mainly. COVID
True.
affected.
But
whole
Ebola, if you got it, it was much more
True.
serious.
It was just a lot less people.
That's true.
Yeah.
My favorite thing that everyone freaked out about, but this one actually was nothing, was Y2K.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why. Like I've
know
heard,
what that is?
I've heard it. I still don't understand why everybody thought that planes were going to fall out of the sky and that we were going to have like the nuclear world and whatnot.
they thought computers would stop working.
Because all of a sudden we got to the year 2000, they're like,
See,
oh
people
gosh,
thought-
nothing.
He wasn't
would-"
born yet,
which
so he doesn't
it
remember.
doesn't make any sense. Which I guess is very easy to say in hindsight. And I wasn't there, so I don't know. Maybe it was very
was.
different, but
People literally
just-
thought the world was pretty much going to end.
no, yeah,
in
people
2000.
like when I say the planes crashing thing, people literally thought that all the planes that were flying at the time were just going to suddenly fall to the ground and stop working.
People are stupid.
Yeah, you can say that again. Say it again.
I don't know why
Look
did
at the
why
camera,
did
though.
people believe Y2K? I don't
People
know.
are stupid.
They're stupid. Remember that.
I would like to hear people other than Presley, considering that he was a wee woo baby,
I was
who
there.
was
I remember
like
it.
an actual adult alive at the time.
I was 6 months old.
Yeah, sorry, that's a full adult. Yeah,
My mom and dad were at like a New Year's party. My dad said before there was people that were legitimately like scared.
were your parents scared?
No.
Okay, good.
Like, why wouldn't it?
Do
Why
y'all
wouldn't
remember
it work?
2012 when people thought the world was going to end?
Oh yeah, that I will. Yeah, that was really really dumb because the
Yeah.
Mayan calendar didn't have like a 2013 or whatever it was. Like it only went up to 2012, and everyone's like, "Oh god, the world's gonna end in 2012." And I like how I think my uncle posted a meme on Facebook that was like the weather forecast, and it had like, "Oh, normal day 70s, normal day 70s," or whatever. Then it got to like what was supposed to be the end of all days, and it was like 1 million degrees, meteor showers, all these different things were scheduled for that day. And I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's pretty true.
remember-
that's definitely what's gonna happen."
Like the day they said it was going to end, I was at this like baseball training thing at a high school local to us, and like I hated it, and I don't know why I was there. I was kind of forced to be there, but it was the day that the world was going to end, and I was thinking like it's not going to happen, but what if it does? I was like, I'm going to have my last moments on Earth at this place that I don't want to be at. This sucks, but.
Isn't that most people's last moments? They're at a place they don't want to be at. There's a Presley thought for you.
Maybe.
Probably 90% of the time.
Yeah. My eardrum ruptured.
Oh yeah, I'm very sorry about that.
Yeah.
I
Tell
guess
us.
they
I can
don't
hardly
know.
hear you, Evan.
What?
Huh?
Nice. That was a Presley joke.
Every time.
So what had happened was I was in Knoxville. Saturday, my ear started hurting a little bit, which is kind of normal for me because I just have ear problems in general. So sometimes it hurts a little bit, and it's just whatever. That night, it started hurting a little more. Go to sleep, wake up, and it's kind of hurting. And I show my girlfriend, and I'm like, hey, my ear's killing me. there is just trigger warning, I guess. There is blood just dripping out of my ear.
I'm triggered.
Yeah. So she's panicked a little bit. Like, let's go to the ER.
That actually is terrifying, to be fair.
And I was like, no. I hate the doctor. So we decided on urgent care. Went to urgent care. They took the little,
They're
little
not doctors.
Yeah, they're not doctors.
and they put it in my ear. And immediately they're like, your eardrum's ruptured.
Urgent care was a perfect choice.
Yeah. And there was no one in there, so we got in quick.
Yeah.
We got out. Yeah, they don't know exactly what happened, but they think I had congestion the week
Yeah.
before. And they think it moved to my ear, and it has to try to find a way to get out.
Oh.
And it tried to go through my eardrum, and it just ruptured it.
Although they said that they think it will heal naturally over time.
Few weeks, yeah. I literally, I like cannot hear anything out of my left ear
Okay.
right now.
Hopefully it is just a few weeks, because, I mean, obviously it sucks, but all things considered, that's not a super long timetable.
Yeah, I just have to take drops. It's just sitting.
Yeah.
Don't take your eardrums for granted.
Oh.
That's what I'm here to
It's
say.
one of my biggest fears.
You know how you said you started like leaning your other ear towards people?
Yeah,
You're gonna still do that after it's healed.
yeah.
It's like, what am I doing?
They at work, I have to be like yelled at for me to hear them from across the room.
Well, it's a good thing they yell anyway.
yes.
Hey, you can honestly take it as an advantage here. You can use this.
That's
Someone
true.
asked you to do. I'm sorry, I didn't hear
Sorry,
you.
I'm deaf.
I didn't hear you.
My eardrum ruptured.
Yep.
Here's the pick.
They send you an email instead. I can't see.
Yeah. It's causing my vision to be very blurry. I can't. Sorry.
Do y'all
It's
use
just-
Teams? Do you
Yes.
work?
I don't much.
You
but
don't get in there.
We have it.
I get it. I get it.
You get in there. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Why
I
did
like
bring
Teams
that
a
up?
lot.
I just wondered.
Leighton,
I
big
like
into
Teams.
teams.
I actually do like.
He's a
Teams.
team leader. That's his title at work.
We don't really need email.
I
Well,
wondered
no,
how is
but
email
it's
still
useful.
around?
Well, it depends.
Okay. What do we need email for?
What can email do that everything else can't?
That right there.
It can't send
Just
big
actually
attachments.
Think about it.
Well, like, how about like people that don't work with you? Like,
That's true because everyone has an email.
yeah, everyone has an
Yeah.
email. Not everyone, everyone doesn't have.
It's kind of like
Teams or
fax
whatever.
machines, you know.
But they have a number.
We
that you
need
could text.
One thing that's big enough to compete, like email was with fax machines, and then people will use that.
Yeah. I'm glad we don't use a fax
One of my
machine.
proudest
Yeah, me
moments
too.
was when I got rid of our fax machine.
With a sledgehammer.
Yep.
It's probably how it needed to go.
I'm actually really surprised that y'all got rid of it. Like,
We didn't get
still
rid
have
of it.
One. We have to.
I had the phone number forward documents to a shared email inbox. So we still have the number.
Because like
It's
a lot
just
of government
we don't
stuff
use it.
and doctors and everything.
Doctors?
They still use like fax
Banks?
machines. Banks.
Where else?
And y'all work in a government setting.
No, we don't. We're not able to disclose.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. So TikTok
They
might be
may
gone.
or may not work for the government. It's a 50-50 chance.
They work
you know?
for Pfizer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came up with the COVID vaccines, actually.
TikTok might be gone.
Oh yeah. I hope it doesn't.
Really?
I hope it does.
Hope it does.
Have
So-
you ever read the agreement?
Yeah, the agreement, I mean,
It's terrifying.
even people who are very pro TikTok admit that it's totally just used to spy. Like, even people that are very pro it are like, oh, yeah, they totally steal all of our stuff and use it to, like, gain a economical and everything advantage. Okay, Leighton.
So, you ready?
Yes.
This is my full opinion.
Please say
Let
it.
me hear it.
Okay, it might take a while. So
Oh, he
settle in.
tightened the mic.
Originally, I wanted TikTok gone for personal reasons. Why? Because we were kind of getting screwed over with the podcast with TikTok because we were putting clips on there and it was really weird. Algorithm crap. So personally, selfishly, I wanted it gone so more people would go to other platforms that I liked better. So for that instance, I think that's probably y'all's reason.
Yeah.
You don't like TikTok, so you want it gone. Completely understand. But if you actually look into the bill that they're trying to pass, there is a huge opportunity to do the same thing to other applications, and not just applications, but websites. Like if you actually read it and break it down, there's a lot that could come out of the bill that I wouldn't like. So I hope that it
Well-
doesn't pass.
What are you referring to? Because I'm pretty sure that it only does that for certain countries. Like, I think it's just like North Korea, Russia, like Iran, and China. And those are the only countries that actually get affected by if the bill were to pass.
But there's so like take Google for instance.
Okay.
If you were you could make the argument that because of YouTube, it's YouTube and Google in general is very international. And so they were
Yes.
talking about like if it has a certain percentage of foreign whatever, then we could do that. But they're not the only ones. Like obviously the agreement is a little outrageous, but if you have the like the terms of service, if that's the issue to ban it, then you just fix that. But they're not doing that for a reason. They're trying to make it to where they can ban what they want.
Well,
What they should do is just increase the privacy settings for all apps. That's what they should
I
do.
agree that increasing the privacy setting for all apps would
would
be
be better.
good, but I think the reason why, and now we're just getting into a political discussion, which I know Shmup loves,
Nice.
but I think that it's because they specifically don't want China to have information
Yeah.
on American citizens and their whereabouts and different like
agree
internet
with that.
privacy information.
Yeah.
Because I think even though it's a great argument that Facebook and Google shouldn't either, but those are also American companies to where this is specifically like a Chinese company that's using it specifically to spy on us.
Yeah.
So I think that's the argument for it. I do agree with you that
Yeah.
would make sense. Just I don't think that's the reasoning why they're trying to ban it.
But if we let's say it gets banned,
Okay.
I want you to just watch, just wait. They will then go after other platforms 100%. They will go after Twitter next.
I think
Hopefully.
there's going to be a revolt,
Hopefully,
revolution.
I think social media is such a damaging and overrated thing in
but
society.
I don't think
I
the
think
government should take it down
People have turned it into such a damaging thing.
because
Well,
I
yes,
think,
because it's completely made up of people.
I think it exposes people's issues and amplifies them rather than causes them.
I think it's just like how people get their information, and I don't think people should touch that. And if you have an issue with the security, then you should address that and not address taking down an app.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Because
Yeah.
that takes away a lot of free will.
Because-
And that's not what
Yeah,
we're
well,
about in
They're
America.
not even trying to take down the app necessarily, though, because it's not a ban of TikTok. Like, it would still be allowed to be a thing. It's a ban of if China owns the majority of the shares in TikTok.
But I mean, they do, and they're going to. So basically, any app that's created in another country, we can't use.
No, but I understand it. Like, if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. I
Yeah.
get that. But at the same time, this is literally just against China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran.
Yeah.
Like, anything out of the UK or Mexico or literally any other country is allowed and fine. So
Yeah.
I get it. But
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I personally
It's
don't like it.
worrisome for
Shmev,
what
do you
it
like this
could
political
turn into.
conversation?
No, it's good.
Yeah.
So anyway, Donald Trump.
So let's name names. Who are you voting for?
Oh,
Barack Obama. No.
I just think they should do it differently. But I mean,
And that's right. And I agree that they should do it differently. Just yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was once somewhere in the user agreement for TikTok that they can use the front-facing
Oh, yeah.
cameras to detect your facial expressions based on what video you're watching. Do you know that? So it's looking for your reaction. So if you have a good reaction, then they're supposedly going to use that information to show you more things like that.
other
Which-
apps do that too. They just don't tell you.
Yeah, I must
Probably,
be really
yeah.
confusing because I just look like this.
Yeah. No,
That
so I
was hilarious.
So I guess their version is just if you have sort of like any movement, really, they probably take that as a good reaction. And then if there's nothing, then he's bored. That's probably
You know,
I
had
would
a
imagine
thought.
what they do.
You know, when you're scrolling through and it'll ask, "Did you like this video?" before you scroll. I wonder if it's because they couldn't get a read on you.
Possibly.
Maybe depending on the app.
Or maybe there was like,
Wanted more.
I don't know. Maybe there was mixed reviews on that video, so they're trying to. I don't know. That's a good point because I don't get that often.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of this does show that we have a very big privacy issue
Oh yeah.
in the U.S.
And
I mean
it
the
just
world in
won't
general,
get-
but especially the U.S.
Yeah, and that's not even being really. I mean, they're indirectly touching that, but they're not really addressing like the actual.
Yeah, you're right. They're
issue.
not.
The
They're
symptom.
yeah,
not the-
exactly.
Not the
They're
problem.
cutting off like the branch, but the
Yeah.
root's still there.
Which is a very
The tree is
American
still
thing.
there.
It is a very American thing.
Yeah.
They do it with medicine.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's not get into that right now. Let's save that for whenever we have on
no, that's
Ben
a-
Shapiro and Bernie Sanders, our next guest.
Have them both on at the
That's
same
very
time.
hard.
Honestly, that'd be
Hey,
fantastic.
11-11, make a wish.
I hope we.
Wait, don't tell me.
Okay.
Also, Ben Shapiro and Bernie Sanders on the same podcast. That'd be a lot of BS. Get it? Because their initials.
Their first name starts with a B and their last name starts with an S.
Smith
Yeah, I-
Stein. Come on.
Hold on.
Who's gonna make the first move?
And then you go like this. Oh,
Y'all think Smith's
I
a
win.
Tennessee fan?
Nah.
I like that hat.
it's a new one.
That's hard.
Thanks. I wanted to wear the hat,
Yeah, it is hard.
but I was trying to find something that wouldn't clash. I was like, I'll just throw on an orange hoodie too.
Right, because the only thing that
So now I look
goes
like
with
I'm going to a
orange
game.
is orange.
And black.
And black.
And white.
I do have them on black under this, just in case it got hot.
Oh.
Orange and
yeah.
black is a good combination, said the San Francisco Giants fan.
Right there.
That.
That right
There's
there.
a fella I found on TikTok recently, and he's blowing up. Y'all might have heard of him, especially you, just because you're into. You watch some streams sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You heard of Sketch?
Yeah, actually.
Dude, he is so funny. So I started watching him a few months back when he was streaming Madden a lot,
Yeah.
and you can probably find clips and stuff. But what made him like stand out is he would be in the game, and he would be like calling signals like a quarterback. He does this thing where he's like, check Tuesday, and he like do all
Is
this.
it that guy?
Yes, that's Sketch.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I think
a
I've seen
that's
that.
a face right there.
He is so funny. But I started watching him, and he had like maybe 100 people in his live or something
Yeah.
on TikTok, and out of nowhere he started blowing up and like went on. Y'all have heard of Barstool Sports?
Yeah.
He went like Barstool Sports headquarters and got on their podcast. You heard of Jinxie before? That streamer?
No.
He's pretty big.
I gotta look him up. I don't know. A lot of people
Ninja
that
has
know.
been like impersonating him on his stream and stuff, but he's starting to branch out and do other things. But his humor is hilarious.
Interesting.
But yeah, obviously, like he plays like a character on his streams. Like that's not. He's really goofy, which
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much all streamers, most of them just play kind of a character.
Yeah, they do.
I'll show you some clips later.
A
He's hilarious.
caricature of themselves, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
I have trouble saying that word if you couldn't tell.
Like he always does these hand movements, and he's like, he looks. He's always doing something like this.
It's kind of like
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Kind of, yeah. He sounds like more. I think it's Morty from Rick and Morty. What's up, brother? He does stuff. Yeah, he does stuff like that.
Have you noticed Ninja always does this like bounce?
When he's is he 30 yet? He's he's in his
probably.
30s.
Yeah.
I was thinking
About
about the
right.
other day. We're probably gonna get to a point where we have just like these big streamers. They're like 55. Just
Yeah.
like that's weird.
I mean, yeah. How old is PewDiePie now?
Ooh,
How old is PewDiePie?
Like,
late 30s.
I
Probably.
was gonna say, I don't think he's 40 yet. I don't think he's there yet. but
34.
34.
34. So mid
30s.
30s now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much effort does he really have to put in anymore? Because he's just so big.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how much. I don't know if
many
PewDiePie
videos?
still. He has to still upload, I think. But
But, like,
It
I was
gets to
gonna
a
say,
it gets to a point where you just have such a big following. It doesn't matter what you do. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
get followed no
Yeah.
matter what.
He is worth 40 million.
oh, we gotta talk about this.
wow! What are you gonna
I
say?
d-
Who knows?
Pop it. What are you gonna say?
Because of the popularity, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Oh,
We gotta
yeah.
talk about it.
I hope Mike Tyson destroys
Well, I
him.
hope he just bites his ear off.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only
'Cause
thing
he's done
about
that.
that is that with this fight, it doesn't matter what the outcome is. It legitimately doesn't matter. Everyone's going to say it's staged no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm not
I
saying it
still-
necessarily is.
Even if
but
it's staged, I still want to watch Mike Tyson beat the snot out of him.
we will know if
I
it's
guarantee
staged.
you that's not going to happen.
You know what else I
I
would like to
guarantee
see?
you in the fight, it won't just be like round 1 or 2, Mike Tyson gets a TKO. That's not going to happen. I guarantee it.
I would like to see Jake Paul fight someone that is
Prime?
younger than 50 and an actual boxer.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like
Yeah.
someone that's currently doing it, that's an actual professional right now.
Then
Same
I think
age.
you can say he's good. Like, yeah, he's won. He hasn't lost yet, right?
think so.
But he's fighting all these old guys and
Yeah,
people that
that's
aren't that don't even box. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
For my
kinda
next
dumb.
fight, I will be boxing Stephen Hawking this Saturday.
Yeah, I
alright.
mean he would.
I don't know who's gonna win this, but I think it probably is most likely staged. I would think, but I
You think
I
a lot
would
of
hope not.
boxing matches are staged?
Boxing has been
With
known,
Jake Paul.
but just in general, they've had a worse it's like with Floyd Mayweather and stuff like that. There's
'Cause-
some debate.
Out of all sports and whatever, that's easily the one that you could stage, like,
Yeah.
the easiest.
Yeah, I think it's just because you can stage it the easiest. Also, even though they're unrelated, a lot of people still kind of tie the WWE into it, and everyone knows that the WWE is staged, even though they don't. I know, can you believe it? Even though they don't really claim it to be 100% real. Like, even though, I mean, you actually still have to be surprisingly tough to be in the WWE. It's not just all for show, even though it's quote unquote staged. Like, those guys can actually still really fight.
Yeah.
But I think just because that's also another fighting genre, they they mix it all together. So then they're like, oh yeah, it's all staged.
So the thing is, Mike Tyson had a fight a few years ago with another boxing legend. And in that fight, I didn't watch it, but a lot of people were saying he didn't really punch him in the face. So people were like, I think they probably had an agreement beforehand, like of what is kind of allowed. And I'm thinking that same thing could happen with this fight.
I'm
to where-
surprised Mike Tyson would agree to that.
I know. I hope he just goes rogue on this guy because that's what I'm saying. Like I think
does
we're
that
gonna
mean?
know if he actually goes for a knockout and punches him in the face. We will know that it's not rigged. If he doesn't, then I think we know that he was holding back and it was just a money thing.
I'd say just about everybody's rooting for Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
I cannot.
which is exactly why Jake Paul sells fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah,
People hate him.
he's playing the
Exactly.
jerk.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh, yeah, but I
he's
mean, you know, he's doing it on purpose.
I think I
mean,
might actually pay for the
I
fight.
might watch it. I've never watched a boxing
We
match
should watch
before.
It's
it.
close to my birthday, so we could have a birthday party and watch it.
I mean, I'll watch it. I will say, I just have a thing
20th.
personally to where I refuse to pay for that stuff. It is
I'll pay
so
for it.
unbelievably
I agree.
overpriced.
That's dumb.
It's like, okay, you want to
it's
watch this
fun.
one fight that has the potential of lasting 37 seconds? Pay us $200.
that is
Like,
crazy.
That
so I'm good.
If you throw a party and split it just between a few people, it's not bad.
Yeah, if you invite over like 50 people and they all just pay like $10 a piece, then it's not bad.
I mean, I don't know how much those.
I don't think you should have to pay for not going to the fight. You're just sitting at home and watching. That's just stupid to me.
Yeah, they got to stream it and pay for that somehow.
Yeah.
If they're going
I
to
mean, yeah,
stream
but
it
I can watch football games for free. I don't-
legally.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They should
Legally.
legally allow you to just watch it on TV. I've never
But then
understood
they
all this
wouldn't get as
pay-per-view
much
stuff.
money.
But then they wouldn't make money.
Yeah. I wish it was like.
I mean, they would get money. I don't know.
But
It's
not
just,
as much money.
It's just
money.
dumb to me. I don't know.
I would
I
think
agree
that
with
it
you.
almost could be more popular because of it and make more money.
That's exactly what I think. Because you won't have as many people watching because you have to pay for it, and people
Yeah.
would just refuse to watch it because of that.
And people also will just try to watch it illegally.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
So why don't you just?
you would think, but then they still look at the numbers and they're like, oh, we still got X amount of people to actually pay
Yeah.
for. So they're like, I mean, the other way might be better, but this way guarantees this much money. So why would we risk it?
Yeah, I don't know. I wish they'd change that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They
dumb.
probably won't. They have a lot of advertisements anyway.
That is very true. I wonder how that would be something interesting to be like. How like it's no secret that you've gotten a degree in sports and that you want to do something
Yeah,
sports
man.
related. How interesting would that be if you did like advertising for boxing matches? Like, I wonder what all that would entail specifically for.
I
a
would
big
have to
fight.
get into boxing first.
Well, I know you have to get. I don't mean you specifically. I just mean like if someone were to have that job, I wonder what that would entail. Just because there's so much hype and so much advertising that goes into this one fight.
Yeah, that's a lot of marketing you'd have to do. And that's a lot of like brainstorming of what type of marketing you're going to do too. Because I don't know. Especially that, you have to convince people to pay that amount of money just to sit at home and watch the fight. So like you have to be really smart the way you advertise it. Like
Mike-
that'd be pretty hard.
Mike Tyson's doing like a thing where every day leading up to the fight, he's like showing a training video and says something funny or
with a list.
Serious, yeah. Dude, that's the craziest thing. He's the baddest
Mike
guy
Tyson.
ever. My name's Mike Tyson. I'm the reigning champion of the world.
Good change up.
Forgot about that. J Ram.
He's the
We
most
love you, J Ram.
ferocious guy out there, and he's just, my name's Mike Tyson. I have a lisp and a very high voice. I will bite your ear off. He's crazy.
He is crazy.
I love him.
For some reason, I thought he was older than 56 or whatever he was. I don't know why.
I don't
look
mean
it.
this in a well, I was actually going to say the other way. Like in terms of like, yes, he is absolutely ripped, but to me, he looks older. That he looks
That's
like
what I
he's in his
think.
60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that tattoo on his face.
Yeah. don't
Maybe.
get
I
that.
wonder how old do you think Post Malone is going to look when he's in like his 50s?
Oh
do you
my
think?
gosh. He's going to look ancient. I mean, he smokes so much too. So
I was going to say like just like fast forward 20 years. What do we think he's
How
going to
old
look
is
like?
I don't know.
He
man.
is
30.
I was gonna say I don't even know if he is in his. Well, actually, I think he's in.
28.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if he's even 30 yet. He's still pretty young.
20. He's only
He's like-
28.
Yeah, so in 22 years,
Assuming
on
he
his
doesn't
50th birthday.
OD. You know, can't wait to see where he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying, we've lost a lot of great musicians.
That actually
could
is
have-
true, yeah.
That could have, brought a lot more if
I
they
think
weren't
he's less
stupid.
likely than some others.
What is the age where a lot of famous artists passed away?
Oh, it was like 27. So he's actually over
He's
the hump.
past that. Thank God.
There you go.
Wait, Isn't it 27?
27 or 30?
20.
I think
No.
It's 27.
Yeah, 27 sounds
I think it's
right.
27.
I think it's, yeah. It's
Yeah, but you're right. It is
Let me look
insane.
that up.
Like, you look up like all the famous musicians
Yeah.
that died at that age, and you're like, this is very suspicious.
There's a whole, like,
Conspiracy.
conspiracy theory
Yep.
about,
27.
like, selling your soul to
Illuminati, the devil.
the devil.
oh yeah,
And,
oh yeah, the 27 Club. Yeah,
yeah, I don't
what it's
know.
called.
It's just kind of crazy how they all died at the same age.
it really is.
Really hoping it just gives me. Here we go. I don't know any of those people yet. I know like
Oh, Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. That's what I was gonna say. Jim Morrison.
Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison.
Mom.
Yeah.
Going a little. Yeah, I can read that. Yeah,
Didn't Kurt
Someone named
Cobain die
Shot?
at 27?
yeah, he did.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You know, with the
Jimi
suicide
Hendrix?
that everyone
Jimi
agrees
Hendrix.
was a suicide, 100%.
He is so crazy.
Wife.
Yeah,
How do
man.
you get in touch
Wait,
with the
wait,
Illuminati?
What? Who's that?
Reach out.
Yeah,
Ty
reach
Trang?
out to us. I love to,
Thai Tang Trang.
talk to the Lord.
Who?
Wait,
Click on him. Who is that?
yeah. Talk about the Lord.
Oh, like all other
not
MacBooks, it's
working.
actually not a touch screen.
Oh. I don't know.
Oh, that makes more sense. I thought that was a rapper.
Thai Train?
Because the name.
Oh yeah, she's Asian.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
That makes more sense.
Leighton,
Yeah.
how you been lately?
I've been good, man.
Anything happened to you?
That's not
I had a very vigorous workout this morning.
Say vigorous one more time.
I've been saying vigorous like 50 times.
Look at this. Look.
Oh!
He said it's getting hot in here.
Nope. Put your hand
Wyoming
down.
isn't real shirt for audio listeners.
Put your hand down.
Come on. Come out.
Put your hand down.
No, it just looked weird.
There you go.
All right, I'll do it. We got two of them. He's got another one too. We could have matched.
I
that.
actually
didn't
do
know.
have another one.
That's awesome.
Just a reminder. It's not real.
I am converted ever since the actual University of Wyoming reached out and said, no, we're not real.
I
So
need
I'm
to
like,
get that
hey, if
shirt.
they're the ones that said it, then, it has to be.
Isn't that a comfortable shirt?
It actually is a very comfy shirt.
Very comfortable.
Affordable.
It's comfortable.
Comfortable.
Where did you get it?
Amazon.
Oh my god.
$20.
Wow.
$20.
One of the best $20 purchases I've ever had.
I was going to say, it's hard to find a normal t-shirt that costs $20.
Yeah.
Have you been
Well,
to
that is a
Goodwill?
normal T-shirt. But
Well, I mean, a decent shirt
Okay.
for $20.
Yeah.
anything happen?
Not really.
No. Boring too.
Not necessarily. I just don't have anything to add.
Have you seen any more dead
Personally.
people in Nashville?
I haven't.
That's good.
Oh, okay. I do have something to bring up in Nashville.
Oh,
Thank
well,
you.
that's just. Oh, Nashville.
So-
I thought you were going to say dead people.
I was sitting at the light, waiting for
Left
it
hand. Right hand.
I was honestly, my hand probably wasn't on the wheel. I was just,
Oh, that's
ready
more
for it to go.
disturbing.
Look, Mom.
I mean, I was sitting at a red light. okay?
Look, Mom.
And so I'm just sitting there, and this guy, he's wrapped around in purple, stumbling around, like in purple. And I don't know if he's like, where did he get that? Like, did he steal it off of like a Majestic
Or
King or
Barney.
something? Very weird.
Majestic
It was
King.
like in the
Prince.
olden times, purple was the sign of royalty.
Yeah.
It was like that, and he wrapped himself around it. But
So when you say
was-
he wrapped himself with purple, you don't just mean like he was wearing a purple scarf or something. Like he.
No, I don't even know what it was. It was kind of majestic. He looked like Houdini out of like the little genie bottle. You know what I'm talking about? Out of the genie bottle. But it was very it
Not
was more-
Houdini, but
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was like,
that
Houdini
vibe.
came out of a genie bottle.
I know, that's why I
That
was like,
vibe.
congratulations on rubbing the lamp the right way. I will now give you
Exactly.
3 magic tricks.
It looked like that, okay? And he comes up, and I'm not kidding you. His hand was out, but he wasn't asking for money. He had a quarter in his hand, and he was walking around. And he came up to my window and was looking at me like this, and was like this with the quarter. And I just.
You see my
First-
riches, and you are jealous.
First of all, I made sure that my doors were locked because he got right up to my car. At
I'm a
red light.
Nigerian prince. I just need you to email me $1 million.
Prince. That's the word I was looking. He looked like a royal prince, but like Nashvilleized. Okay, and
Drunk.
yeah, drunk and
Cowboy boots.
maybe homeless. Not to make fun of him or anything, but
Oh, let's rip him off.
he was interesting fella. And dude,
My gosh.
dude, he was not gonna go away, so I just kind of looked at him and I shook my head. I
No,
don't-
that's not what you do.
I don't know what he wanted.
You
He
don't
walked
look
away.
at him at all.
You don't acknowledge them.
Well,
You
he
just
walked
look
away.
straight.
Every single time where I make contact and like shake my head or say no, they just keep walking.
Really?
Every time.
Oh, wow.
But if I don't, then they kind of like look. Like, what's going on in there? And so eventually, I just like look over and I'm like, no.
That's when
I'm
you open
okay.
up your glove box to
Yeah.
show them any friends you have.
Yeah.
So I just was
Well-
like, no, thank you. I don't want your quarter. And he just went on to another car, kind of stumbling around. And then the light turned green and he got out of the way. But he was just kind of.
I saw this
He
majestic
floats up
prince
in,
in,
the air,
Nashville, and he
flies
was.
away.
I mean, like
He came out of this bottle.
if his legs were chopped off and he was floating in the air, like that was the vibe. Like
He was
probably
a genie.
He felt like he was.
That's the
floating.
word you were looking for, not Houdini.
Genie.
I love
Houdini came out of a bottle.
I love that so much.
It was wild. It was an experience.
I love your Nashville stories.
They are pretty good.
It would have made me feel a little safer. You just literally never know what someone's gonna do.
I had to be held
That's true.
back from a fight.
When?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I wasn't actually going to fight him, but people thought I was going to. I was at.
That's the best.
Let's guess where I was.
You see?
A game.
Okay.
I was at a basketball game.
I wonder which one.
We were playing Kentucky. Well, I already said
Probably
it to you.
Utah. Utah, Kentucky.
Oh,
And Kentucky's very good in basketball. That's about the only thing they're good at.
That's true.
And
Not in fried chicken.
so Tennessee had already like clinched their regular season conference championship. So for us, it was just kind of a game. Kentucky, they were actually playing for more. We were losing by a few points. I sneaked into the student section. I'm really good at sneaking into UT games somehow.
don't tell them.
Hey, what are you gonna do? I already did it.
Being young helps you get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still look like I'm in college. So
Well, yeah, if he was like 55, it would probably be harder to
I
be like,
literally-
no,
I'm
I'm
a
not.
student. Yeah.
I bought a ticket for like way up. My girlfriend and her friend were already in the student section. So I was like, I don't really want to sit by myself. So I started walking around and I was just like, I'm just gonna walk in. You know, there's people checking the tickets and stuff. I just walked past them and sat down. That was it. It was so easy. But so there was this Kentucky fan in the student section. He had on a Tennessee hoodie, but like Kentucky would score and he would cheer and people were like, "What are you doing?" And so at one point he like pulled his hoodie up and it was a Kentucky shirt. Like he's a Kentucky fan, but he didn't want to be.
In disguise.
Yeah, he didn't. Cause
I'm an undercover
you're
Kentucky
playing
fan.
a dangerous game if you're sitting in the student section cheering for the other team, especially at Tennessee. So he finally just took the hoodie off. People hated him, and he was chirping at us the whole game, and I just kept looking at him, and he would like look at me and make eye contact and stuff. It was everyone, but towards the end of the game, people had left because we were losing by a good amount.
Yeah.
But we started to come back.
I actually watched it.
Oh, did you?
The last, like, maybe 7 minutes.
We almost came back and won. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But he comes over and he walks over to me. And because he keeps giving me looks and stuff, he walks over to me and my girlfriend like puts her, she's like, oh God, because she just thought, you know how I am at games and I'm competitive, I get into it. She's like, oh God. And
Armin.
he comes over and he starts talking some crap, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but I remember saying something like you're not even a real Kentucky fan. You literally were wearing a Tennessee hoodie.
Yeah.
Like you cannot
You would
talk that
never
much
do
crap.
that.
No,
No.
never. I'll just go in with my orange shirt on wherever I was. I don't care. But
He's a fake fan.
that's exactly what I said.
He's a.
Say it.
I'll tell you after.
Oh, tell me after. I'd love to hear. But, you know, he's talking. And,
You know.
yeah.
You know.
Presley and I know.
But he's saying some stuff, and I'm just kind of sitting there. And at one point, what was it? He said something that was kind of, I can't remember exactly what it was. He said something wasn't very nice. And again, she's like, "Oh God, and I'm just sitting there, like I'm not gonna hit him, even though I could. But at one point, he
Physically could.
He said something. He said something like, "Oh, I'm just playing around, man, just playing around." He's like, "You respect me, right?" And I went, "No, not really." And Sierra and her friends started laughing really hard because the guy even put out his hand for a handshake. He's like, "You respect me, right?" And I'm like, "No." And so he just kind of put his hand down.
That was my favorite part of the story.
And so he went over, and we started coming back, and so I start giving him looks like, that's why you don't talk crap, because stuff like this happens. And so I guess he started to feel bad, and so he keeps coming over, and he's like being extra nice or something, and I'm like just hardly looking at him, and he said something like, "You want to beat the crap out of me, don't you?" And I just said, I mean, not really, but just watch it. And I told him, I was like, you got some balls for being over here chirping as much as you're chirping, because
Yeah.
In the student
I told
section.
him if this was
bad.
I told him if this was a football game, he'd be bruised up already.
Yeah.
Just to, not even it would take a lot for me to punch someone. Like I'm
Yeah.
not even as a
Like,
competitive.
it
I
might have
am.
to be Tom Brady.
Tom Brady on site. Yeah, I'm punching him. But
Yeah.
like other people, if they have some drinks in them, especially, y'all saw it at the Kentucky game we went
yeah.
to.
Oh yeah, of course.
If it's
Kentucky's-
football, it's a little different. But
College fans are crazy.
Well, sports fans mixed with being drunk.
yeah,
It's not the best combination, despite it being a very popular one.
but it literally it seemed like to me he was trying to pick a fight.
Yeah,
It was
that's crazy.
He walked
Yeah, it kinda
right
seems
over to
like
me and like Mita Presley right here, just standing.
see, he'd already be on the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like people getting in my face.
no.
Yeah, and also, I mean,
boundaries.
it's kind of like, was he a really big guy or something?
No.
Because I was gonna say it's not like
Ring
you're
his
like
little
this
neck.
small guy who
Mm-hmm.
like seems like, oh yeah, I can beat him up. It's like you're 6 foot tall. And, like
Look,
you
we
can,
got a huge fight already.
yeah, his
look what
knuckles are already
happened.
bloody. He's not afraid to throw punches.
He's not afraid. I saw it.
But he,
Punch.
yeah.
He can punch.
I did tell him. I said, if we end up coming back and winning, you have to take your Kentucky shirt off, and I'm taking it with me. And
That's awesome.
which we lost.
That's hilarious.
And he agreed to that, which we lost. So right after the game was over, we just turned and left because I didn't want to hear it from him.
There's nothing more vulnerable than a shirtless man.
Vulnerable.
He agreed to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take it off.
He either would have had to be shirtless or wear his Tennessee hoodie.
Yeah.
Or that. Yeah, he did have that hoodie.
Take off. Yeah, but you still gotta.
Yeah, so he either would have had to be shirtless
And then
and be in shame, or wear a UT hoodie and be in shame.
Like if you go to a college game and you're a fan of the other team, like that's one thing. That's already a risk that you're sitting in the student
Yeah.
section. It's another thing to talk crap to everybody around you.
Like,
That
yeah,
is
Like,
dangerous.
don't do that in like the bleachers. Well, I say bleachers. You know, I'm a baseball
Yeah.
fan. That's not really a thing in basketball. But you know, like be up high or far away or
Right.
something if you're gonna do that.
We were right there around
Yeah.
Like,
students.
Let's say there's a 60-year-old confused old lady, and she's she's an actual student. You know, she decided to go back and learn about
Yeah.
technology.
That's only in
So
community
she can,
college.
Yeah,
you know,
she sounds like a diehard Kentucky basketball
Yeah.
fan.
get back on the Facebook so I can check things better. And you know, and she's a legit
Layup is 2
student.
points.
And then she's like, "Oh, I just like orange." And then she's like,
Orange.
"It's getting a little hot in here. I'm gonna take off my hoodie."
Mm-hmm.
And she's, you know, then she's wearing Kentucky. Ain't nobody gonna do anything. She's a sweet old lady.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
But when you're
because I
being a
think everyone
punk
would
about it.
probably cheer her on.
Yeah, they would cheer her on, and they'd be like, you know, you're not supposed to wear Kentucky, you know, shirt in the students.
I mean,
section."
she would probably
confused.
bring you
Yeah.
like a tray of cookies.
Yeah.
Like,
No one would have a problem, but if you're chirping, you're a young guy, that's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
chirping. Yeah, you can't be making bird noises there. You can't do it.
Yeah.
I told him you've got some balls for being in here doing that.
You got some mountain oysters.
What?
Also,
that's
it's
what they're
Rocky
called?
Mountain oysters. but
Rocky
yeah.
Mountain oysters.
Rocky Road, Tabasco.
No, I'm pretty sure that's literally just Rocky Road ice cream with Tabasco. I don't think
No.
that's a euphemism.
He did. He said at one point too, like when she was doing all that, he asked Sierra. He was
my
like,
impression of
"Does
Schmef.
he want to punch me?" And she said like, if he was going to, I couldn't do a whole lot to stop him. He was just really annoying, but
Yeah.
I ain't gonna punch the guy.
Just don't be an idiot.
Yeah,
And you won't.
You might just trip him on his way out.
right.
Yeah. That's
I
stupid.
wasn't about to give him a handshake though. No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't respect.
No,
him.
I don't respect you.
Yeah.
If you were respectable, you wouldn't have worn a UT over the team that you're actually rooting for.
Right.
Or been talking trash the whole
The
time,
entire time.
and apparently saying whatever it was that was pretty rude, and then being like,
I
"Oh,
don't
I'm
even
just
remember
joking
it.
around."
You know,
Yeah.
I think
Don't you love it when
he
people
was trying
say
to
that?
pick
It's
a
like,
fight.
you know what? I hate you. You're ugly. You're stupid. You're fat, and I just think you're an awful human being.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm joking. You respect me,
Yeah,
right?
this is a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, he respects me. This fat idiot gets it.
Yeah.
I wish y'all were there. I wish y'all were there to see that
Oh.
because I even wanted to laugh. He's just like, you respect me. No, not
No.
really.
And I can see it exactly. And my favorite part is I can picture his reaction to where he's like,
Oh.
Yeah.
like it's,
You really
he
thought I
starts
was
off
gonna
with a
shake your
smile,
hand?
and then he just like gets like,
It's like, maybe I made a mistake.
Yeah. He kept coming back over and talking to me. I just go.
weird.
Yeah.
Just
It's
leave.
weird.
like, did he all of a sudden get a conscience out of nowhere? And
I
he's
think
like,
he
oh, I
felt
was
bad.
being a jerk.
I think so.
Well, feel bad over there. We don't have to talk
I feel
after.
bad over
We don't
there.
have to talk after today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just
I'm
weird.
not gonna friend you on the Facebook.
No.
He probably just wanted attention.
That's yeah.
Well, sometimes natural
Well,
selection.
he got his attention because, I mean, we're talking about him.
He almost got some bad attention though.
Yep.
True. But now he gets neutral attention.
He would look Kentucky would like hit a shot and he would like look around him and like
Oh.
go woo like
Oh.
that is dangerous.
Like, just trying to be as obnoxious as possible.
yeah, you don't do that.
He's never been doing it.
And he did say, he's like, I want to come back and go to a game in Neyland or football stadium. And I said, if you do that, you will, like I said, like you will leave with bruises.
Yeah.
Also, unlike basketball, Kentucky's not great at football, and Tennessee, at least typically, is better at football than they are basketball. I know sometimes it differs, but for the most part, that they're a
saying
football
much.
town.
Yeah.
Right now they're doing great.
Yeah, we lost yesterday, but
I didn't watch that.
it was the SEC.
Right now, we're doing great. Well, we lost yesterday.
We're number one.
Yeah.
Notice when you were describing it, it's like they were getting ahead, giving you hope, and then they lost.
They
Such
won
a UT thing.
regular
yeah.
season
Man.
champs, but
Yeah.
it's the tournament, SEC tournament, and they lost. But next is March Madness. That's what really matters. You know, the big
Yeah.
tournament for college basketball.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, true.
I get confused. I'm sorry. And
It's in March.
because I don't keep up with it enough.
Yeah.
Like I keep up with it this much.
college basketball.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get so confused with all the tournaments.
The conference tournaments before March Madness are completely stupid and useless.
Yeah, they don't matter.
I don't know why they do that.
I think
make it
it's
regular
I think it's
season.
just
Right.
that way they can have some sort of like viewership and remind people that basketball's a thing, make a little bit of extra money.
I guess
at least
so,
from
but-
NCAA standpoint.
like, you went the whole season
Yeah.
playing all those games, and Tennessee won regular season champs. So we should be the champs. We don't need another tournament to dictate who actually wins. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, because it's not like that's the quote unquote playoffs, because
Yeah.
you wait until March Madness. It kind of reminds me of. I don't follow the NBA anymore, but doesn't the NBA have like a mid-season tournament or
They do.
something now?
Yeah.
That's so stupid. Why do they have that?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I know why they have it, money,
Yeah.
but I don't know like
For
why.
me, that takes away from the actual playoffs because then it makes
Well,
those
because
other
you
playoffs
watch
not
it and
mean
it
as
doesn't
much.
matter. And
Yeah.
if you want to watch a game that doesn't matter, you watch the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I think March Madness is so fun though.
Yeah.
64 teams in a tournament to see who comes out on top. Like
that's
that is
cool.
that's awesome.
It is. Well, and I think last year people got particularly excited because weren't there two like historic huge upsets that happened just
A
last March
16
Madness?
seed beat a 1 seed.
I
That's
thought that
never
happened twice.
I think it had. Yeah, I think it did happen twice.
Yeah, no, to where that's insane.
That's insane.
That's madness.
That's the
Presley,
thing.
I want your thoughts on March Madness.
It's in March, right? Okay.
No, I think it's May.
Next week.
May Madness.
Guys,
Can't wait.
I gotta pee bad.
Yeah, I do too.
You know what? Yep.
Well, try to
I'm
pee
sorry.
good at least.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. I might count. I'll set a timer. Let y'all know in the next episode how long it was.
All
Not
right.
really, because that's gross.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little bit of TMI.
This is how we decide when the episode's over.
When I gotta
So it's time. Appreciate you guys joining us. We thank you. Come back next week.
It's not real.
Wyoming is not real, and go balls.
Yeah. Also, I didn't realize that Leighton had a bottom half. I thought it was just a top half. You know, we haven't actually
It's all
seen it.
bruised
so.
up though.
Well, he's a Houdini, so he doesn't have a bottom half.
Yeah.
That's true. He came out of
Came out of the
lamp.
bottle.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.
Thank you.
It is awkward.
Go pee.